All right, welcome back to another episode of Festool Fest. I'm Jay, your host. This is the show where we talk about Festool and things related to Festool. This time, I went back to my local Festool dealer, Woodcraft of Baltimore, where they had a deal that I just realized I couldn't pass up. You know, I've been using sanders like Ryobi, DeWalt, which have been fine, but as all of you know, you start sanding for a while and the vibrations get to you. You feel like you can feel your hand getting numb. Someone either on the internet or somewhere that I read said that the Festool sanders brings joy to sanding. And I was like, who is this crazy guy and what is he talking about? Finally, I was thinking about what should I buy. I was at the store the other day and they have a special, the sander and a box of abrasives. So I was like, you know what, you're saving $100. So I better go jump on it now. I think this is the last one they had at the store. And so I went back to Woodcraft today and I grabbed it. This is the ETS 150. This is the ETS EC 150/3. This is the 3mm swirl instead of the 5. And I figured, you know what? This is actually the only one they had left. Actually, if they had the 5, I probably would have got the 5. This little gift set costs $575. So really, it's a great deal. You're actually getting the tool. The tool itself is $575. And then if you were to buy the sustainer pack separately, with the abrasives, it's $200. So this would be a $775 cost if you bought them individually. So you save $100. Now, your local dealer may or may not still have this. These are deals that I think Festool will do every once in a while, maybe once a quarter or something like that. Oh, Festool. They're actually all together, I think, yeah. As you know, the Sustainer 3s are updated. The handles are snap-on, so you actually need both hands to pull them up out of their locking positions, and then they snap down. So the ETS EC 150/3, and then beneath it we've got our abrasive. So let's have a look inside. Turn the cam open, and oh, there it is. Comes with your instruction manual. A little bit of happiness and not so happiness. Use Festool pads, don't use other people's pads. The warranty, 3 years all-inclusive, 30 days, you can return it if you don't like it for any reason. So this is an expensive sander, right? $575. Why do you buy this versus other ones? And why have I bought this? It's like because, there is a whole system to work with, including the dust extraction, plus the quality of the product, the way that it works. You don't get the vibration that I get with the Ryobis or other brands. It really has been a pleasure to use. It comes with a piece of sandpaper, so you can start right away. This is the Granat. They give you the 80 grit, so if you want to start right away, easy to remove cable. Let's have a look at the ETS EC 153 EQ. Variable speed here. It's really comfortable. It's really low profile, too. It's got this 6-inch, 150mm sanding. What these holes are for is it's supposed to give more blowing and more sucking at the same time. So it's supposed to be much more efficient and will extract more of the dust away from you and into the extractors. I'm planning it myself to get the CT MIDI as soon as my bank account rejuvenates after this purchase. On the front here, we've got the off and on switch, just really off on. These have an internal brake, so as the moment you turn it off, it stops. You want to start it on the surface and then start it and then pull off when you stop so you don't get the swirl marks on your piece. And then back here you can see there is where you attach your hose for your extraction. And of course you can see the plug is here. There's a notch here so you can kind of just figure out where to go, click. And then you twist, and then it shouldn't be coming out at all. It says number 3, which tells you it's the 3mm version. You could easily mistake, that's why they have these big numbers. And as always, it's got its molded platform, and then you also have a chart here that tells you how to put it back in. The protection pads are something you want to consider, especially if you want to go to mesh sandpapers. And this is something I learned the hard way. So I was using the Abra Net, and suddenly my paper stopped sticking. It would come off, it would spiral off and wouldn't stick. And I was like, what is going on here? And I ended up having to go back to my Festool dealer, buying a new pad for $55. Turns out for $16, you can get these protective pads. They give you 2 that go on here. If you want to use the mesh, use those because that will protect the heat buildup from happening. Because what happens, these are like Velcro hook and loops, right? So these hooks on this side will actually heat up, melt, and become ineffective, and you're just having a miserable time. Here's the abrasive set. Festool and 2, super exciting. Ooh, dun, 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 dun. I'm really excited about this. Oh, here's it gives you a protection pad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 types of abrasives. P80 Granat nets. Oh, so the Granat nets are the mesh papers, which is why they gave the protector right? That's important. We want the protector because as you can see here, these are all granite nets. Whoa, I did not realize that. That's kind of awesome. So as you can see, we can see through this 80, 100, 120, 180, and 240. Gosh, we don't really need to do anything. This is actually kind of awesome. I thought these were regular granite, like the regular paper. I didn't know they were the mesh. That's much more awesome than I was expecting it to be. Well, there it is. Festool ETS EC 150/3 granite net set that comes with 5 levels of sand mesh, a protection pad, and a P80 granite paper. Something like that. This deal cost $675, so $100 off if you had bought it separately. I thought that was a really great deal. Hopefully you have a dealer near you that still has this. If you do and you don't have a sander, this is a great way to get into the system. I have used the 5mm version, and to me there's just no thinking about it anymore. It's expensive, no doubt, but I thought it was totally worth the expense because of the results as well as the ease of use. Everything about it has been fantastic. Hope you have a great Festool Fest day. Back again with another one sometime soon. Until then, have a great one.